Hello and welcome back to another video on TCGinge. Today we've got another box opening and it's another Dungeons and Dragons, but this time Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. So last video we did the Battle for Baldur's Gate. Got some really nice cards in that one, so I'm expecting more of the same from this set. Some more beautiful art. I've looked at the card list online. There's not the alternate arts that there was in the last box, but there are some very good cards. You've got Tiamat, which is very good. I really want that Tiamat. Make that commander in a dragon deck. You've got Orcus, you've got the class cards, you've got Old Gnawbone, which is good. We've got a lot of dragons, so we'll just get cracking into it straight away. Ooh, and we also get the Boo token straight away, so if we get Minsk, that would be good. And we'll start off with Sylvan Shepherd, beautiful looking card with a d20 roll. Whenever it attacks, roll a d20. You can either gain 1, 2 or 5 life. That's pretty good. Evolving Wilds, nice art on that one. And Spiked Pit Trap. Thieves Tools. Ooh, Temple of the Dragon Queen, that looks very good. Ooh, I'm starting off with the legendary Null. Got pack tactics, similar to D&D rules. Nice looking land. But yeah, put all the lands together actually. Got Yuan T. Malison as our first rare. The Min Wily Illusionist. Ooh, nice little Mind Flayer there. Grassalax, Illithid Scholar. Oh, we do have the art card. We've got Baleful Beholder. That is looking nice. Rust Monster. And Nadar, Selfless Paladin as the rare one. And Neverwinter Dryad as the follow. Oh, straight away with a lovely looking dragon. Oh, I'll keep all the cool looking dragons at the top there. So not a bad first pack. Right, on to the second pack. So I'm surprised when I looked at the card list online, it didn't show any of those alternate art ones. So very happy that I was wrong about that. So we've got Circle of the Moon Druid. Boots of Speed. Genie Windseer. Ooh, another roll d20 card. What does this one do? Scry 1, Scry 2 or Scry 3. Shocking Grasp. Dungeon Crawler. Ooh, First of the Dragons, another red dragon. See if I get Tiamat being able to, I think it's fetch 5. Nice Plains. Ochre Jelly is the first rare. Ooh. Nihilor, legendary creature horror. It's a beautiful looking card. Instrument of the Bards. Manticore. Another gorgeous looking dragon, getting some lovely dragons already. Oh, same dragon again. Icing Death Frost Tyrant. Oh, that is a cool looking Evolving Wilds. And then a long rest, always needed after adventuring. Love the art of these. Right, let's get into this third pack now we've found the actual card list. Right, Precipitous Drop. Paladin Shield. Improvised Weaponry. Or an owlbear. Everyone's favourite creature. Cloister Gargoyle. Wild Shape. Nice looking swamp. Sorcerer's class. Looks gorgeous in that foil. Arcane Endeavour. Another Yuan-Ti Malison. Underdark Basilisk. Oh, Owlbear in the special art. Oh, another Mythic Dragon in the extended. Rhymeshield Frost Giant. And then a Froghemoth. Right, let's get on to the next pack. There's also a very cool looking Mimic card in here, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. And like the other the Baldur's Gate box, I do have another box of this, so keep your eyes out for that. Let me know what your favourite cards are in this deck as well, in this set. So we've got the Shortcut Seeker, Air Cult Elemental, you see a Guard Approach, the Underdark Basilisk regular, 50 feet of road boys in the starting kit. Ooh, Warlock class, that looks gorgeous. Nice looking swamp. Instrument of the Bards, little legendary artifact. Valiant Endeavour. Ooh, the Eye of Vecna. What does this do? When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, you draw a card and lose 2 life. And Goblin Javelineer. Underdark Basilisk. Another Beast of a Dragon, look at that. Ebon Death Dracolich. Just talking about the Mimic and there it is. Oh, and Minion of the Mighty. Building up some of those dragons that I wanted, which is good to see. But still no Tiamat. Let's hope we can get it in one of these packs. So we got Devour Intellect with a little Intellect Devourer on there, going after the brain. You're ambushed on the road. Herald of Hadar. With a d20, you can either each opponent loses 2 life, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, or each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, create 2 treasure code tokens. That's pretty good if you get 20. Charmed Sleep. Purple Worm. Fly. Right, into the rares. The Grassalax again. Netherese Puzzle Ward. Another Froghemoth. Rhymeless Frost Giant. Hammer Pashar. Then Zalto Fire Drake Giant as the rare. Ooh, nice looking white dragon there. Then Westgate Regent as the rare. Little vampire. Can't remember. What is it? Edgar Markov. Yeah, that's the really expensive vampire commander card, isn't it? That was it. Was it Innistrad he was in? That everyone went wild for. I'm glad these ones are easier to open than some of the other packs we've done on this channel. Take out the token as always. We've got a Hobgoblin Captain, a Mimic, Priest of Ancient Lore, Half-Elf Monk, Divine Smite, Ingenious Smith. Now into the rares. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, little Goblin Rogue, Immovable Rod, Dancing Sword, an Iron Golem, another one of those lovely evolving wilds, but not in foil. Ooh, a Varus, Silvery Moon Ranger, Loathsome Troll, and Orcus. Excellent pull, that's what I've been waiting for. maybe use him as a commander. I've got a lot of demons from the 40k deck. Alright, on to the 7th pack, past the halfway mark. Ooh, comment down below what you think the best pull is so far, and do you think we'll beat it, or do you think we've had it? We'll find out. Got Dueling Rapier, Hoarding Ochre, another D20, create a treasure token, 2 or 3. Jaded Sellsword, Silver Raven, Split the Party. I don't ever suggest doing that. Got a Lightfoot Rogue, can either gain Death Touch until end of turn, +1/+0 gains Death Touch, or +3 and gains First Strike Death Touch. That's pretty good. Nice looking planes. Dungeon Descent, that's a nice looking land. Share the Spoils. Another Orcus, non-foil. Displacer Beast. Maybe I'll get the Displacer Kitten as well. I think I've got that coming in the secret lair for the Dungeons and Dragons. We'll do an opening for that when that arrives. Gretchen Titch Willow. Morden Kanan, look at that, full art. Absolutely gorgeous card there. Baleful Beholder in foil, looking lovely. And then Zalto the Fire Giant Duke, this time in the foil as well. Lovely pack, that one. Morden Kanan in a foil. I think that might be the first Planewalker I have ever opened. Right, on to the next pack. Alright, come on Tiamat. You've been teasing me, I need it. I've got some good dragons. Let's get the best one. The God of Dragons. We've got Deadly Dispute. Direwolf Prowler. Eltergard Ranger. Dawnbringer Cleric. Hammer Pasher. Brenner Battlehammer. Cool looking dwarf warrior there. Lovely art. Into the rares. Wish Spell. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. That's pretty cool. Grim Hireling. Teleportation Circle. Another one of the Mimics. Got the Goblin Javelineer. What's the rare? Ooh, Hall of the Storm Giants. So land, if you control 2 or more other lands, Hall of the Storm Giants enters the battlefield tapped. You can add 1 blue or pay 5 and a blue until end of turn. Hall of Storm Giants becomes a 7/7 blue giant creature with ward 3. It's still a land. That's a pretty cool card. Neverwinter Dryad. And then a Flame Skull as a mythic there at the end. That's pretty cool looking. Alright, 4 packs remain. Is Tiamat in there somewhere? Or will we need the other box? I wouldn't mind 2, you know? You got a Pixie Guide. Manticore. Clever Conjurer. Grim Bounty. A Rust Monster. Skullport Merchant. Now into the rares. Meteor Swarm. A Death Tyrant, that is very cool looking. Circle of Dreams Druid, borderless. A Celestial Unicorn. A Red Dragon in the, is that full art or just a borderless? I don't know, it looks gorgeous though. Oh, Volo Guide to Monsters. Very cool card. Incredibly good commander. Genie Windseer. The Scry 1, 2 or 3. And another. Oh, but this one is foil. That's absolutely, it's very subtle but absolutely gorgeous. Gonna put that in a sleeve. Alright. 3 more to go. Let's see what I have left to get. A Bouillette, I think is how it's pronounced. so annoying when you encounter this in the Underdark and Baldur's Gate 3. Vampire Spawn. You find the villain's lair. Soul Knife Spy. Power Word Kill. Barrowin of Clan Under. Now into the rares. A Teleportation Circle in foil. Diviner's Portent. You can either draw X cards, scry X, then draw X cards. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Classic spell. Another Celestial Unicorn. Trilasara. Westgate Region, I think we already had that one. Direwolf Prowler. Oh, and I mentioned it earlier, there it is. Hive of the Eye Tyrant with the Beholder. That's absolutely gorgeous. Alright, 2 more packs to go. What are we going to get? Start off with a Bull's Strength. Ooh, that's gorgeous, actually. I think I prefer that to the alternate art card. Swarming Goblins. You can either create a 1/1 red goblin creature, 2 or 3. Planar Ally. Rally Maneuver. Lurking Roper. Into the lands. Oh, Inferno of the Starmount. Did I already get that? I did. This is a foil one. Another gorgeous dragon there. Wild Magic Sorcerer. Ooh. A Sirarak, the Archlich. Arborea Pegasus. Knoll Hunter. A white. Another Bouillet. Then Tasha's Hideous Laughter in foil. Into the last pack. Come on, Tiamat. I've got Fate's Reversal. Compelled Jewel. Hired Hexblade. You find a Cursed Idol. Ooh, I think that's the first blue dragon. Critical hit. Now into the rares. Triumphant Adventurer, Death Touch. As long as it's your turn, Triumphant Adventurer has first strike. That's pretty good. Lorcan Warlock Collector. Another one, but just the boardless non-foil. Another Underdark Basilisk. Loathsome Troll again. Eliwick Tumblestrom, another Planeswalker. Underdark Basilisk again, and then Drizzt Do'Urden, an Elf Ranger. Very pretty looking card. Ooh. Ooh. Put this Planeswalker in a sleeve. Right, that was the box done. Some great cards in there. I think these are the best ones. I think those are my personal favourites, those 4 there. And we'll see what we get in the next box of them. But thank you very much for coming. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.